Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are doing the osteology of the skull. We have covered the norma frontalis, norma occipitalis and norma lateralis in the previous videos. Those who have not seen the videos, you first see that, so that this today's topic is the revision of the skull bones. So after seeing that normas, it will be easy for you to now revise the skull bones. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. Now we will move to the revision of the skull bones, starting from the first frontal bone. So frontal bone, you are seeing it forms the forehead, superior margin of the orbit, and the upper part of the medial margin of the orbit, and also the roof of the orbit. The part which forms the roof of the orbit will be called as orbital plate. Next you are seeing the nasal bone. Nasal bones, they form the external nose. Two small nasal bones articulate with each other in the midline. So these are the palatine bones forming the hard palate. So this ethmoid bone is present in the medial wall of the orbit. So this ethmoid bone contains the ethmoid sinus, air sinuses also. So zygomatic bone, which is the cheek bone. So it forms the lower part of the lateral margin of the orbit and lateral part of the lower margin of the orbit, and also the lateral wall and part of floor of the orbit. So next to the nasal bone, we have the lacrimal bone. So you can see here, next to the nasal bone, lacrimal bone, these two bones form a groove for the lacrimal sac. So the groove is now visible. Vomer forms the nasal septum, and it is present in the midline of the nasal cavity. So this is the maxilla, which has the maxillary air sinus, and it forms the, you can see it forms the medial margin of the orbit, part of floor of the orbit. It articulates with nasal bone, and it has two processes: frontal process which articulates with frontal bone, and zygomatic process which articulates with zygomatic bone. And it has also the alveolar process which has the upper jaw teeth. Mandible. So mandible we have covered in the last class as a separate video. You can see that for the details. Mandible has ramus and body. In the ramus, in the upper part of the ramus, we have the coronoid and the condylar process. And the two body meet in the midline to form the mental protuberance. So these are the cervical vertebra. So the unique features of the cervical vertebra are the foramen transversarium, through which vertebral artery traverses. That is the unique feature of the cervical vertebra. So these are the parietal bones, flat bones which articulate in front with the frontal bone at the coronoid suture, and articulates with each other at the sagittal suture, and articulates with occipital bone at the lambdoid suture. So these are the occipital bones which have following parts. This is the squamous part, basilar part, and also the condylar part. They articulate with the, this occipital bone articulates with both parietal bones at the lambdoid suture. Yes, this is the temporal bone which has four parts. The upper part is the squamous part, and petromastoid part, styloid process, and tympanic part, which forms the part of the external acoustic meatus. So this is the sphenoid bone visible in the norma lateralis. This will be also seen mainly in the floor of the cranial cavity. It has a body, it has a greater wing and lesser wing of sphenoid. These are the parts of the sphenoid bone. So these are the teeth present in the alveolar process of the maxilla. So these are the lower jaw teeth present in the alveolar process of the mandible. So these are the cervical spinal nerves which pass through from the cervical vertebra. So we have revised the osteology of the skull bones in this class. We will continue with the osteology of the cervical vertebra in the next class. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. Don't forget to press the like button and share button of the video. Thank you.